We're at Freescale here at Computex 2011. So what are you showing?
Okay, so what we have here is nothing really new in hardware from what we showed at Mobile World Congress and at CES even earlier the year in terms of all these products here are based on either the MX51 or the 53. But what we're really trying to show at this show is show our understanding of what is important to get a tablet to market, which is not just about the hardware, it's about an entire solution, including obviously the base operating system Android, which we're running 2.3 here, but also the software that you can load on top of it. So what we've done at Freescale here is start to really build our ecosystem and look at the prevalent usage models, which is gaming, video streaming, tablets in productivity in the enterprise, which a lot of our customers are looking for, and then also home entertainment usage, and look at the software that we can optimize our hardware for to make sure that when we have a customer who wants to go to market quickly, we have that software ecosystem available. So here you can see an example of a company we've signed a contract with, which is Polarbit. It's actually a Finnish-based gaming company which licenses a lot of their games to some of the big guys such as Electronic Arts and Gameloft. They really focus on the mobile space. This is a game called Reckless Racing, which is one of the most popular downloads on both the iTunes but also the Android marketplace. So what we've done is we make sure that their games are optimized to run on our hardware. So not only does the end user experience make sure that they have the full benefit of the hardware acceleration and 3D graphics, but also their games run extremely well. They learn about our hardware, we learn about their software, and we make the overall solution much better for our customers.
All right, and so you have some other.
Yeah, so we have, for example, that's from Polarbit. We've signed a contract with another company which is called Glue Mobile Solutions, which is actually the #3 gaming company in the world. Obviously we're having a little problem with the internet access here, but we have a couple of their games, which is Gun Bros, and which is one of the most successful downloads. This is the demo gods are not shining on us. We'll have to find
you have Quick Office, you have other stuff?
Yeah, so we have a couple of games from Glue. Gun Bros, which is one of the most downloaded games on the Android marketplace, and then a new game which they've just released called Contract Killer. Now these are classic first-person shooter games, but the interesting thing about these is they really make use of the install purchase on the Android marketplace. So Glue worked very closely with the Android team to beta test the install purchasing. So really at Freescale what we want to do is again make sure that we don't just come out with hardware which isn't relevant to what's going on in the tablet space. You know, mobile gaming, casual gaming, serious gaming is one of the most heavily used usages within a tablet, so we want to make sure that our hardware is optimized to run with the software. So again, we're working closely with Glue to make sure that our hardware and their software run well together.
So you kind of distribute the game, or you preload them on the tablets, or is just making sure they work when you buy it from the Android market?
Correct. So we in the moment we just signed the agreement because obviously the tablet market is very new. So we're looking for the key movers and the most important people in the gaming space and the software areas. So we just signed the agreement, so we're in the early stages of making sure the hardware and software works well together. What we're doing is as we go out and talk to our customers and they're looking to get to market and pre-installing key apps, well obviously we're going to suggest the people we partnered with because we know their software runs well on our hardware. So we're not unique in this. A lot of our competitors are doing the same thing, but we think it's something that our customers really value. When they go to market with a tablet, all the research shows that from the smartphone world, pre-installed apps are what people use. If you pre-install apps, they're more likely to use them and keep them than downloading apps from the different marketplaces. So pre-installed apps on tablets will be as important and relevant as they are in the smartphone world. So what we're doing is we're making sure that when we have a customer that wants to get to market quickly with a tablet, we have a range of different applications to show them. So we've talked about gaming. We also just signed an agreement with Quick Office. So Quick Office is well known across the world. They're the most installed Office compatibility app in the smartphone world. Well, they're moving aggressively into the tablet space. So again, what we've done is we've made sure that as more and more of our customers are looking to bring tablets to market aimed at the business world, not the consumer world, we have the software relationships to pre-install the apps that will make their product differentiated and out of the box useful to end customers.
There's an example of a specially built kind of product.
Yeah, so this is actually a Chinese company called Iba. So we've been working with them for a number of years. Believe it or not, in the tablet space, they were one of the very early movers in the tablet space. As you can see, this tablet is specifically for the China market. They're a startup company that really saw the gap in the need for a tablet way before the iPad and the space really took off. So what they've done is they focus on the Chinese market. They're a Chinese company. They're not attempting to sell worldwide. But as you can see, it's a stylus input, it's a magnetic stylus, and most of their intellectual property is around the stylus and the input. Obviously, from the Chinese language standpoint, entering Chinese characters with your finger is a little problematic and not very efficient. Entering it with a stylus is a lot better. So they focus this product on entering data with a stylus, and
it's not a finger touch.
No, none at all. It's a resistive magnetic stylus input only.
And actually, you earn many tablets shipped in China, for example.
Yeah. So this company is interesting. This is, as you can see from the industrial design, this is not a cheap tablet. This sells for 5,000 RMB in the Chinese market, which is actually more expensive than the iPad in China as its base cost. They've been very successful. This is actually their third generation tablet. They've improved the industrial design, they've improved the software. This is running on Android. You won't recognize it because they've done extensive UI work, as you can see. They do a lot of work. They have their own retail stores throughout China. They have over 500 retail stores, and they ship significant quantity for a very small company in the China market. And they're focusing on the Chinese government workers, the gifting market, and they never reduce their price, and their sales are growing.
So that's how an example of how you reach kind of like long tail, or not really long tail, but what you call it, different kinds of markets. And can you say anything about the numbers and how many tablets are Freescale powered? Are there any official numbers?
No, I can't give you numbers, but one of the things that we have a lot of very good contacts in the China market. As you know, Freescale's background is more in automotive, networking, and general embedded. So a lot of that is through distribution. So when the tablet phenomenon started taking off in China, we actually found a lot of people were buying our product through distribution and then coming to us asking for support with Android. So we had a very early lead in the China market. The China internal market, a lot of analysts are forecasting to be around 4 to 6 million units this year. In fact, most US-based analysts are below that. They're 4 to 2 million. If you spend time in China, you'll know the supply chain is actually ready for about 11 million units to be shipped, to be manufactured in China this year. Large percentages of those will be exported to other countries, not just BRIC countries, to the US and Europe as well. But we look at our internal forecast and run rate, and we believe the internal China market this year for tablets will be between 6 and 7 million units. We think most people are underestimating it, and the product we just showed you is a good example of how the Chinese market is specializing and evolving a lot faster than most people realize. Everybody thinks the tablet market is a very generic iPad copy market. That's not true. The iPad is obviously a great product. It's going to sell well around the world, including China. But there's a lot of competitors to it, and the Chinese market is very industrious, very innovative, and we're seeing lots of customers come to us wanting to work with us to produce vertically aligned tablets within the China market to get to market very quickly this year, looking at the medical market, industrial usage, and for the enterprise market as well.
Nice. So the iMac 51, 53, and we're looking forward to iMac 66.
So are we. Remember, dual core, quad core, and single core. Our portfolio will be our key differentiation in that market.